Follies in grammar, you, I, and me. Certainly it is more posh to say you and I instead of you and me. Am I right? And many, ambitious sounding correct, grammatical or posh, tend to say and I, when the correct grammar is in fact and me. I've heard it many a time on radio. But I suppose grammatical nicety is not the speciality of radio and TV personalities. Their job is to perform, and folk applaud and emulate. Had he been alive, Sir Walter Scott would certainly have visited my colleagues and I here at Radio 94.5 FM. After all, which great writer would not desire to pay a visit to our lovely radio station where the use of grammar is impeccable and unrivaled? Sounds right? Well, it might slip observation, but any grammarian who has not bought his degree should take offense when meeting with that sentence and perceive that my colleagues and I ought to read, my colleagues and me. So how is one to know what is correct? Grammar is a tricky business after all. Thankfully, it is quite simple. The old textbook rule of removing the other party from the sentence and hearing how it sounds does the trick. In the above example, taking out my colleagues straight away shows how incorrect I is. Of course, my sister and I went to the shop is correct. If you were to remove my sister from the sentence, it would still read perfectly all right. I went to the shop. In this case, me would be wrong unless you really wish to say me went to the shop, which I am sure you do not. Let's try another one. The shopkeeper handed the groceries to my sister and I. Sounds all nice and polite, but it is quite far from the realms of correctness. Removing my sister from the sentence yields the shopkeeper handed the groceries to I, which needs no explanation. The shopkeeper handed the groceries to me, my sister and me, is the correct reading here. And as far as I'm aware, between you and I is always wrong and ought to read between you and me. Well, I hope you enjoyed listening. Have a good day. Take care. Bye.